There we go. Now my face is big. What kind of big? Can you hear me?
What kind of big?
Yes, you can. I sound pretty good too.
Hear me?
Okay. Let's see over here. Is that the correct info? That doesn't look right. It is. I'm not getting the art of the game though. Okay, there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Forspoken.
What were we supposed to be doing again?
Don't look at me. Think, why don't you?
All right, let's go. We got this climbing ability.
What the hell are these things?
Oh,
Are they people?
I believe this is what happens when humans are affected by the break.
Then I can't kill them.
What choice do you have? It's either them or you.
defeat the enemy.
This is what Autumn meant when she said people who come out here don't make it very far.
Explains why the people of Sepul prefer staying inside those walls of theirs.
Alright, we got some combat. Some really weak enemies. Oh, there's a finishing move. I didn't notice that. Jump, please. Finisher. Ooh, I can have a little magic shiv. Ow. Battle rankings. Your actions during battle will be rated, and a ranking awarded at the end. The higher the ranking you receive, the more items you'll find after defeating the enemy, and the more experience you'll earn. Attacking from behind and performing other actions that swing battle in your favor will improve your ranking, while taking damage or otherwise being put at a disadvantage will lower it. The more you perform the same action in the given battle, the less effective it will be in improving your ranking. At higher difficulty settings, harder rankings will be easier to achieve.
Looks like we're done here.
It does, doesn't it?
Okay. Well, right now, all I can really do is shoot, so in terms of combat variety, and there's not really much I can do. Friend or foe?
These break zombies, they're everywhere.
Foe.
I'm sure they were nice people before, but come on. Yeah.
Whee!
Yeah. Good night.
Boink. You know what's something I still need to get used to? When you shoot, there's like tension on the trigger, so it doesn't allow you to depress it all the way, and that feels very strange still.
Might as well pocket this. What do we do if someone's in here?
Say hello? Comment on the weather?
I'm pretty sure they won't be the chatty type.
Alright, let's get back to what we need to do. Ooh, tree. Glowy ball of water. Pond of water. Just a pond. Founts of blessing. Sacred spots where it said that dormant magical abilities can be awakened. You may even be able to learn a new spell or two. Oh, okay, so jump in and learn something. Sure.
Whoa. Do you feel that?
Those are powerful magical energies indeed.
Mulberry
Why not
found.
dive in and see what happens?
Really?
Okay. Spell learned leap. Kick off from a wall in order to climb higher. Aim at a wall and press left stick and circle midair. It's just improved my running, my parkour essentially. That's not a spell. Oh well, whatever.
What the hell was that?
Did something happen?
I don't know. I feel more powerful, I think.
Well, more power is always a good thing.
Pilgrim's Refuge. You'll find Pilgrim's Refuge dotted around the world. These are places of sanctuary where you can rest up in order to restore your health and craft items to help you on your adventure. Any you visited will be added to the map, so it's always worth stopping by when you find one. Like the little checkpoints. Okay. Whee! Fast travel. You can fast travel back to Sepal. Ooh, excuse me. Or any Pilgrim's Refuge you visited from the map section of the menu. There may be certain points of the story or certain events during which you won't be able to use this feature. Okay.
This seems like a good place to take a rest, don't you think?
Yeah, sure.
Well, look. Who's starting to understand where humans can and can't sleep.
Rather a niche skill, I'd imagine. But thank you. Thinking of making something?
I know I just got materials, but I don't need to, and that's something I just learned how to do. This looks like the first place I ran into. No, actually, I'm good at health, so look, I just discovered the place. That's fine. Is there some way that this light can make me look a little brighter? They're reflecting off my glasses. Off my glasses.
Alright, let's move.
Alright, whatever.
Yes, we've a long way to go yet.
This is purple rock.
Mood killer.
Excuse me. The hell is that? Points of interest and rewards. There are spots all over Athea where you can earn rewards that can help develop phrase skills further. You'll need to meet the conditions laid out at such places in order to earn your reward, but it's usually well worth the effort. When you find one, be sure to try to rise to the challenge.
There's something here. I can feel it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We got this!
Hi, where did you come from?
Got him. Whoa! Die! Gotcha.
The advantage is ours. Look out!
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Damn. His magical powers have increased. Okay, cool. Why? Just because of the mission? The campground. Okay, and that was pretty much it. Okay, let me make sure this is where I need to be going. Mutant. I have a list. No, that's for fast travel. That's not what I need right now. This is where I need to go. Correct? Yes. Yes. It was Juno. This is all the stuff I ran into at the beginning. Holy shit, there are a lot of stuff just all over the place. Oh my god. Okay. Stay focused. Wolf. Screw you, Wolf.
Happy to go on.
Happy as I'll ever be.
Mana pools. Somewhere out in the world there are special places known as mana pools where the power required to master magic wells up from beneath the ground. Just walk up to one when you find it and you'll receive something to help you develop your skills. They're always worth a visit.
Gotcha.
Man, they're always vulnerable, it seems.
Didn't even give him time to blink.
Exactly what purpose is that ridiculous exaggeration supposed to serve?
Can I go in here? Is this a checkpoint place?
Huh. What's this?
Consumables?
I'll try not to consume them all at once.
Ooh, I got some stuff. No, can't get in here.
Gosh, look at you go.
I know, right?
Oh shit!
Sense a hostile presence. Be on your guard.
Yeah. Stay frosty. Got it.
Oh, I'm surrounded.
Attacks will be better than using me to fend them off.
Aw, worried you might get a little scratch. Bullseye! Ready for this?
Da 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 da.
Toast! Right in the sweet spot.
I can feel pain, you know.
Let me guess. Mentally, at least.
You know me so well.
There it is. That was close.
Yes, supposed to be.
Done, I guess.
You almost sound
Cool.
disappointed.
Who, me? Hell no. That was plenty.
Okay, I'm kind of getting the hang of it. Combat still feels a little weird. What's this thing? Monuments. Monuments are sacred stones in which the Tantas once stored the portion of their power. These landmarks are now tainted by the break, but freeing them from its corrupting influence will allow Frey to grow stronger. There are various types of monuments scattered across the Thea. See if you can earn all the benefits they offer. Okay.
Well, this doesn't look good.
Yes, something seems to have drawn the break here. But I expect you can clear it away with your powers. Give it a try.
E. That worked. Cool. Healing to fix. Healing items will now have even more of an effect. Okay, cool. More and more stuff for me to do. You were up there, come on.
Is that the guild?
According to the map, it is, yes.
I'm curious, what is this thing?
I think it might be time for some extreme evasive maneuvers.
No shit.
This looks like a big one.
That's not doing much.
Woo! Hi. Oh shit.
Incoming. Nope, not working.
I mean, I'm hurting it just barely.
Yep.
Ow. That's chance block. If Frey receives a blow heavy enough to reduce her health to 0, Cuff will become unable to protect her for a short while, putting her into a very dangerous situation indeed. However, his ability to block will return eventually, and a successful killer blow can restore it instantly. Status ailments. Certain enemy attacks can inflict status ailments such as poisoning or stamina draining. They can make battle extremely difficult, so try to avoid attacks in question if you can. If all else fails, certain spells and equipment effects might prove helpful.
Ooh, that hits the spot.
Too soon.
Think? This ought to be good. For my next...
Put yourself together.
No. No.
Okay, I don't think I can do anything about that right now. Too difficult. Okay, I'll just avoid that thing.
Is that the guild?
According to the map, it is, yes.
Seems like the Appians are into tall buildings, huh?
It's said that the more towers a land has, the more prosperous it is.
Where the hell did you come from?
Guess that's one thing this place and home have in common.
Although in this case, it might be more accurate to say the more prosperous it was. Before the Tantas went mad.
Right in the sweet spot. Ha!
You're starting to mop up with baddies really rather quickly.
Probably because you're starting to make yourself useful.
Honey, I'm home.
Well, looks like this is the place. Seems like it's seen better days.
Well, you're not going to find what you're looking for out here.
I know. I know. Great stuff.
Okay.
Nice.
They did not want to animate the door being smashed. Well, sucks in here.
Better than nothing, I suppose.
I'll be the judge of that.
We have stairs.
Great. Talk about a needle in a haystack. How am I gonna find these damn journals?
He must have kept them somewhere safe. They contained his last great works, did they not? Let's make our way upward, shall we?
Wonder how many floors this place has.
Probably like 2 or 3. Well, this is already 2, so this is probably the last one.
Looks like the break didn't come
I
this
guess
far.
not.
You think those journals might be here?
Perhaps we should take a look around.
Found a book. I remember she saying it was red, but
Hey, Cuff. Can you read what it says here?
How can you not read their language when you can understand their words?
Beats me. You're Mr. Languages share commonalities across many dimensions.
I suppose I'll have to teach you then, will I?
oh my god. These mysterious crystals are also found in areas where the break is most concentrated. They can cause memory loss and cognitive impairment on contact, making them a great danger to the average person. However, they also possess great magical power, which some believe may be related to that of the Tantas themselves. Sadly, no cognizant guild has ever been able to obtain such a sufficient number of them to satisfactorily test this theory. The break in the body. Once a human has been corrupted by the break, there is no reversing the effects. Should initial contact be limited to a single bodily extremity, a person can retain their humanity for a while, but the corruption inevitably spreads, eventually transforming the person tainted by its influence into a monster if it outright doesn't kill them first. Okay.
This book contains some interesting tidbits about mysterious shards that were found after the break occurred.
So, break shards?
Well, if you like.
This is just a way for the game to dump some info. Among the most mysterious forms of magic the Tantas perform is the practice of weaving protective enchantments by painting their nails with their own blood. Over the years, the patterns and symbols they draw have come to be associated with their extraordinary effects, leading many to adapt them for use as good luck charms or ward off against evil. Of course, without the sacred blood of the Tantas, these imperfect imitations, amount to little more than scribbles. Fair enough.
That's curious.
What is?
The Tantas painted unique patterns on their fingernails with their blood in order to unlock certain special powers. And depending on what patterns they painted, those powers would change accordingly.
Oh, okay. I guess that could be useful somehow.
Now that I did not expect. There's rather an intriguing connection between those two books, you know.
Which is...
Your break shards are said to be imbued with the blood of the Tantas, Perhaps you could use them to get the same powers.
Seriously?
Through nail painting. Interesting. Slay, a nail design thought to encourage proactivity, increases the damage dealt by support magic when surge magic is fully charged. A nail design, blue flash, a nail design thought to summon powers from within, increase the speed at which attack magic can be charged. Games with nails. Frey can paint certain special patterns, colors, and symbols on her nails in order to improve her skills and strengthen her spellcasting. However, she'll need break swords in order to do so. These are often left behind by the enemies she defeats. That is so interesting. What a mechanic. Use break shards to paint Frey's nails with color symbols and patterns that can enhance her abilities. So weird. Okay. Put Slay on my left nails, I guess. Blue flash on my right. Okay.
Okay, nails aren't really my thing, but in this case, I guess I can make an exception.
I suppose the journals you were looking for weren't here after all.
I took my chances. Let's just keep looking upstairs.
There's more stuff.
Feels like it's getting...
That looks like a red book.
This isn't what we're looking for either. What the hell is that?
It appears to be a person under that getup.
No shit, Sherlock!
We need to know who he is.
There's only one way to find out. Okay, Mr. Axe Murderer. I'm gonna come towards you and take off your mask. You're gonna be cool or uncool? Okay, it looks like we're going with uncool. So I'm gonna let you chill in my grass prison while I go and look for the journals. Oh, I did not say there were gonna be so many.
Oh, pardon? Mine.
Wait. Hold on. European?
Oh shit, is her father alive?
Goddamn ghost. How are you alive? Everybody thinks you're dead.
It's the hue of blue. And the bloomers, too.
I don't understand. I thought you wrote about it in the red journals.
I get inside and... sometimes I can't. But I try. I have to.
Looks like you're losing the battle with the break, buddy.
Yes, but you... you like you're winning.
I don't know. I am so far from home. I'm trying to get back. I fell through a,
Whoosh.
Yeah. Yeah, a whoosh. Yeah, I gotta get back to where I gotta be through a whoosh.
Whoosh. You will get back to where you need to be. Whoosh.
Yes! Whoosh!
Company.
Stay here.
Company. Company. Oh. Time for tea.
Wonder whose voice that was.
Whoever it was, we need to be careful.
Alright, so her father's still alive. That's cool, but he's not all there. But he's not also not, like, completely gone.
Can't believe Robian was alive this whole time.
The peasant girl is in for the shock of her life.
We are the soldiers of the Tanta Sila. You are in our realm. You are to come with us.
That's not a thing that's happening.
Alright, let's do this.
You need to wait.
Cuff's insight. If you're finding yourself plugging away at an enemy without doing a whole lot, you can call on Cuff to give you some advice on how to proceed. Just press up while targeting an enemy. You scan with up to see Cuff's analysis and insight.
For an opening.
Like that.
Who the hell are these guys?
Mindless automata whose only loyalty is to silence.
That's not doing much. Alright! Well, they're not zombies, but they're still creepy as fuck.
They're merely husks.
Yeah, no shit, man.
Not even pain.
Ow, you bitch.
Whoa! We got this!
In the back. It's still freaking charging. Wow. Okay, oh, there's more. Huh. Yeah.
Got you on your toes now.
Yeah, the toes actually work.
Take that!
One down. We got an easier way to do this.
This ought to be good.
That did nothing.
Try this for size. Think fast. Come on. Okay.
This isn't gonna work. I need to get behind them. I didn't even see this guy.
Nope, not working. Oh, this one. Yeah.
Whew.
just the thing.
There we go. There we go. That went badly. Oh well. At least I didn't die.
Okay, we gotta grab what we can.
More?
Shit, the journals. Okay, Bob. Bob, come on, we gotta go.
I remember that water not being very deep.
You good? I'll take that as a yes. I think we lost them.
He's completely mad. Yeah. Too far gone for anyone's good. Corrupted by the break.
Well, Break Bob here is the best shot I got at leaving, so...
That's quite worrisome.
To be honest, I don't care what you think.
I do have an investment in your decisions. Where thou goest, there go I, and all that.
Yeah, well, whatever magic bound us when I got here, hopefully will unbind when I get back.
Pity. I was growing so fond of our partnership.
I wish I could say the same.
You say something, dear.
No, oh, no, just thinking out loud.
Wonderful. I do that a lot. Or I think I do. Maybe I don't. Hard to separate the voice inside my head from any other.
You know what? I understand you completely.
Tell me about where you come from.
It's a city much bigger than Sepal. It's called New York.
Oh, yes, I know it.
You do?
Or I don't. The name is sitting there on the edge of memory, peeking through the fog. Or maybe I dreamt it. It sounds like a place I should know. Perhaps I've heard it spoken of. Have you told me of it? Maybe that, maybe you said something. Yes.
Oh, he's going to be essential.
Knock it off.
You know what? Dude is trying. I respect that. He's not completely out of his wits.
Sepal on fire?
It does appear to be smoldering somewhat.
Come on.
You're ready before you continue. I mean, what the fuck else am I gonna do? The hell's all this? Oh, you're already here. Great. I'm all glowy. Uh-oh. What's going on?
What happened here?
She walks among us. Tanta Sila.
She seeks the one called Frey.
Me?
Your arrival must have sent tremors across Athia. Your presence here has the Tanta frightened.
Frey! You're back!
Olivia, what is all this?
I was wrong. She didn't come to rescue us. You did.
I'm no hero.
Tanta Sila has Odin.
Odin. My Odin.
Bob! Break Bob!
Your concern for the madman is admirable, but first we must stop Sila.
It's okay, I'll try and fix this.
I can help.
No. Absolutely not. You're gonna stay here and find somewhere to hide.
Why is Tanta Sila in Sepal?
Tanta Sila's destroying the city.
I mean, this place was already kind of beat up already.
Tanta Sila.
What the hell? Oh, jeez. What's the big deal? Oh, hi.
He is the one who freed the demon!
Please, Your Highness, your anger will not serve us now.
tell Tanta Sila where she is, child.
Where is the interloper, child? The one who dares trespass upon my realm?
Tanta Sila. Am
Father.
Warden, I served faithfully and Tanta City. My wife Callista was a general in your army. Have mercy on my daughter.
Robian Key. I've not heard that name in a long time.
What's this chick's problem?
You have to save the peasant girl. She would do the same for you.
Oh, fuck. I know.
So by surprising and restraining her. Okay.
We have to do something.
See if you can sneak up behind her. Try to blend in with the crowd.
I could blend in a whole lot better if you shut the fuck up.
Your entreaties are futile. Your daughter hates the interloper, and what's worse, she refuses to reveal her whereabouts. Someone must pay for such treachery. Stand aside.
Listen to me.
Just a fucking wild animal.
Hey, come on. I'll explain it later.
Interloper.
Stop. She can save us. She can end your madness.
Father!
What the hell kind of craziness is this?
Tanta Sila has the power to change the state of matter and being. She uses
Okay.
minions as a vessel.
Whoa, wait, what's it doing now? Stop!
You die now, interloper.
Let's go. You're the one being a bitch.
Nowhere left to run.
Not a chance in hell.
Oh wow. This is magic. Another one of Scylla's servants. It may be big, but it can flap about the place at a fairly old speed. I'd focus on clipping its wings. Oh, okay.
That's not doing much.
That is. It's just hard to aim.
Crap! What is it with flying assholes trying to kill me?
Try and knock it down to the ground.
We're immune a moment ago.
My magic isn't doing anything.
It must be protected somehow.
Nice!
Full steam ahead.
Ooh, we did not like that.
We got this! Huh? What's up with our friend?
Losing one's wings does make flying something of a challenge.
Woo! I float, bitch. Cuff counters. Press triangle when Cuff throws up his defenses to perform a counterattack while restoring a proportionate amount of Frey's health. If you really nail the timing, you can pull off a precision counter, an extra powerful blow that restores Frey's health substantial. Look at this. That's cool. Note that the amount of health Frey recovers will never exceed the amount of damage she received from the incoming attack.
How could she attack
Bitch.
people?
I don't think she cares what she does if it gets her closer to you.
Second win. Whoa!
Oh shit. Ow. I could get out of here and just run if I wanted to. I have the power.
Nope, not working. Oh, take that.
It's defenseless. Now's our chance.
Yeah.
There we go. Like using your little minions to fight your battles for you? The fuck?
What? No.
What happened?
Behold the countless fallen, and all because of this demon. You saw what she did. She will kill us all. Surely, Councilwoman Lynette. Surely you agree with me.
Yes. Seize her.
No. This young woman is our protector. She'll save us.
He is as corrupted as she is. Seize them all before the darkness spreads.
We will do nothing of the kind. Keen is wise beyond measure, and has always been a man of his word. Had we known he was still alive, he would be sitting on the council, not you. And this young woman has brought him back to us. Welcome home, old friend.
Tanta Sila's attack shows us one thing. The enemy of our enemy is our friend.
And how many further agonies must we suffer? Her presence has cost us too many lives.
Councilwoman Belette is right. Tanta Sila will surely visit her wrath upon us once more.
A clear majority. The girl must be surrendered to Tanta Sila at once.
No need. I'll go to her myself.
All right, and I believe that's the end of the chapter. I thought before it was when I had played it before. I think that's the end of the chapter now. Got some mana. I can get some upgrades. Why did she die? Like, she just, like, died off screen. That's weird. Chapter 4, What Must Be Done. An Oath of Vengeance. Let's see. There we go. More materials, sure. More healing stuff. This shit is everywhere, so I'm just gonna hold on to that. Yeah. Guess the cloak. Guess this one. Yeah. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Pick this up too now.
Good morning, Frey. Here are the notes on the Tirana I promised you.
Look, about our deal. Your dad's journals all got burnt up in the guild when we escaped.
It's fine. Frey, you brought him back. That's far more important. That's more than I could ever have hoped for. Here.
Thank you. So, where can I find Scylla?
You should visit the archives in Upper Sepul. You'll be able to find out more about her there.
The archives. Got it.
Auden, sorry to bother you, but I just saw your father wandering off.
Forgive me, Frey. I need to go and find him.
Yeah, that dude's a little off. Notes on the Tirana. A white journal containing Reuben's notes on the phenomenon known as Tirana. One of its pages reads as follows. Much remains mysterious about the Tirana. They make instantaneous locomotion possible by altering space and time, but precisely how I cannot say. The energy required to open one is enormous and increases exponentially the farther one wishes to travel. And yet, I cannot help but wonder, by channeling enough power into one, could we reach another continent? Perhaps even another world? Are they calling them Tiranas then?
To the archives we go.
I am kind of worried about Bob, though. He is my ticket out of here.
Do what you want. But remember, we have a Tanta to defeat.
I'm gonna check up on Bob. Let me see about that. Where's my marker? It doesn't really tell me where it is. Oh well. And it won't let me.
I need to ask Bob about those Tiranas.
Hello there. Can I get you something?
I guess.
It's a Partha from Janu.
So they're like Athian dice?
They're made of animal bones. You roll one, and if it lands on one of the little symbol things, you're in for a lucky day.
Wow. Sounds fun.
Oh, that's all it is. No one takes it too seriously. Go on, give it a go.
Yeah, sure, why not? Partha, how to play. Partha are dice-like objects made from animal bone. Rolling them is said to be able to bring good luck. Give it a try. If it lands on a symbol of some kind, you'll earn a temporary battle boost. Yeah, why not? Shield ×2. Temporary boost phrase.
Guess it's my lucky day.
Okay. Cool. I need...
I want to check to see if Bob's doing okay.
Yeah.
Let's look around town and see if we can find him.
You're Frey, aren't you?
Okay, hi.
Use their amazing powers to drive back the monsters. I'm Dilo. can't believe I'm talking to the hero who saved the city.
Okay.
I'm not a hero. Not now, never will be. Did you want something?
Just wondering if there's anything I can do. I don't know, I could... Hey, I could show you around town. You haven't been here long, right?
A guided tour. What an excellent idea. Certainly couldn't hurt to get the lay of the
No,
land.
thanks, but I'm not in the mood.
Oh, don't say that. Look, I'll be waiting for you, all right? When you're ready, just let me know.
New detours are now available. Open the main menu and check the map. Detours, aka side quests. If you visit certain marked locations or talk to marked NPCs, you occasionally take on special side quests. As story progresses, they may become unavailable, so be sure to take them on while you have the chance. Well, that's what New Game Plus is for. Let me move. Right. Maybe this is the one.
Let's just move our asses and get this done.
Yes, let's.
This is a cat.
A cat? I'm so glad they have cats in Athia too. Let's see.
Chase this cat. Chase after the cat and try not to lose sight of it. Really?
Flight little creature. Worth chasing it down, perhaps.
What'd you want us to find here?
What the hell is that? Puppet. Once a common sight in Athia, these wooden dolls are now quite the rarity. Generations of Athenians grew up with puppets for playthings, and they were once as plentiful as they were indicative of the maker's diverse backgrounds and personalities. Now, however, there is no one to make them, which has driven their value up considerably. Okay. Puppets are precious hand-carved wooden dolls. They may be someone out there willing to trade them for other goods.
Aw, you shouldn't have.
Cool. Okay. Yay! Weird ass side quests. Okay, then we move, damn it. Puppet, 1 of 9. It won't let me find Robian. Okay,
I'm so happy the crops weren't ruined. And my dad said if we didn't have any grain, we'd all starve to death.
okay.
Sounds like trouble.
Glowing tree.
The Robian's trying to desecrate a lovely old ballow tree. He's, got himself a lot worked up. Blue, and the bloomers too! We tried explaining to him that he can't just run amok in the grove like this. That there is our last ballow.
All right, just cut him some slack, okay? He's been living in the break for the past 20 years. He's just taking some time to adjust. He'll be back to himself soon.
You keep telling yourself that.
Father! Father! It's Alden.
Odin. Odin. My dear fellow. What are you doing here? I was supposed to see you there. I can see you there. If you are here.
It's all right.
I will take you there, and we will be there together. Apologies.
Be a good man, Serovian, and hand it over.
Please, Father, give it to them. Please.
They need to work on the animations, man.
Thank you. We'll take it from here.
Make sure of it, doesn't
He won't. You have my word.
Oh, you're such a fool.
You are no fool. I believe in you. I told them you wouldn't harm the tree, but I never said that I wouldn't. Now is our chance.
Oh shit.
Once again, breaking the law. I don't do it proudly. But all I do is for Alfie. And if my father believes this could help, then I believe it too.
What are you doing? You taking a sample?
Strange young girl from another world.
Yeah. I, have your notes on the portals. The Tirana?
Oh my, he's much worse than I believed.
Forgive me. My mind's a little wibbly-wobbly. Wobbly-wibbly.
Voosh?
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Yes, Voosh! I need a Voosh back home, where I came from. After I killed this crazy lady. I survived.
You will.
I will go back home, or I will kill the crazy lady.
Maybe both, maybe neither.
See, I can tell that he.
Sounds promising.
His brain is there. It just won't like stay still.
This island will work on making you whoosh.
Terrific. The word of a senile old has-been. Ironclad.
Great.
What am I doing? The growth.
Let's get you home.
Woody.
Yes. Come on. Catch you guys later.
So, are we blowing this tree up or what?
Hey, Cuff. Speaking of Bob, how come he didn't turn into a zombie? He came right through the break with us.
I'd say he was mostly break zombie already.
No.
Strange how Auden seems to love Bob so much.
Strange. Why?
I mean, that's her dad. Why not?
I don't exactly think the world of my parents. I guess being left on your own for years doesn't hit everybody the same way.
Why should it? Humans are horrendously complex creatures, after all.
Olivia. Apparently knew the kid, but she just stuck with me. She had fire.
And now it's been extinguished. Somebody has to pay. Let us proceed to the archives, then.
It's in the upper city, right?
Yeesh. Okay.
You there.
Oh, what now?
It's about Serovian. Actually, it's about everything. The city, too. We owe you our thanks. Had you not been here, who knows how many more would have suffered. I could have done more. Please, I know you are in pain, but you must not lose heart. The bard at the square, Wallace. Do you know him? He may be a frivolous,
Yeah.
nonsensical sort of person, but his talent is undeniable. Perhaps a tune would do you good. Truly, his music has the power to soothe the soul.
Wait, you're not telling me she's... Really? That foppish nonsense?
Hmm.
No, I am nothing of the sort. His music gives me a certain courage, that's all. A sense that it may not be altogether foolish to hope for a brighter tomorrow.
Well, I guess I'll have to listen harder.
You plan to face Tanta Sila, do you not? Those of my line have long been her most faithful protectors. Though such a legacy is no longer one to speak of with pride. Take care. She is not to be trifled with.
Okay.
The dutiful sword maiden and the foppish bard, eh? What a pair.
Yeah, it's like the plot of a corny romance novel.
Okay, please let me move.
Kinda weird that they let us through without any hassle.
They're probably all petrified of you after seeing what you did.
Well, you know what? As long as they leave me alone. Oh my god, there's so many stairs.
Before charging off into the wilds?
We are. That's why we're going there. Hold your horses.
So these are the archives. Catch! Whoa! What is this? And who are you? I'm the archivist.
Oh,
Gordon told me
okay.
you were clever. How do you not know what a book is?
No, I know what a book is. You don't look like an archivist.
You don't look like a hero.
That's because I'm not.
I used to be a blacksmith before.
Hmm.
Built weapons for the very woman that raided our city. She and I were quite close. She trusted me, and I trusted her.
Sorry.
No matter, it was another time. She was another woman, as was I. Keep up!
Is everybody in this town batshit crazy?
Okay, so how do you go from a blacksmith to a librarian?
Archivist! A smart woman knows when to shift her purpose for the needs of her people. Catch!
What is this?
It's the floor plan of Silas Castle.
What are you, my fairy godmothers?
Name's Johidi.
Johidi.
Planning on facing off with Sila.
Well, the name's Frey, and it sounds like you don't think I'm up to the task.
Tanta Sila is the strongest and most formidable of all the Tantas. She controlled the army, crushing the weak, even without the weapons that I forged for her. Crushing them with her bare hands.
I'm beginning to have second thoughts about this.
This batty old harridan needs to shut her mouth.
You would be doing our land a great service by killing her. Rid us of Tanta Sila, and the corruption in her realm stop spreading. But no. I doubt you'll actually succeed. Before you go, I would suggest that you learn all that you can about the Tantas. The archives, full of books about them.
Definitely not my fairy godmother.
Oh boy. Okay, the floor plan of Praenost Castle Johidi gave to Frey. Johidi. That's such a strange name. It was originally drafted as the castle was being built, and as such may not be an exact representation of its final layout. The stronghold looks to be nigh impenetrable, with the walls capable of keeping almost any enemy at bay. Although, interestingly, a narrow passage appears to lead from the walls right to the throne room at the castle's heart. Where do you see that? History of the Tantas. For as long as anyone can remember, our land has been ruled over by the Tantas, blessed by their names. It is not for us to know how their powers came to be. We need only give thanks for the countless occasions on which they have delivered us from catastrophe, greatest and most noble among such acts of deliverance being their purge of the nefarious Redig. They deserve nothing less than our unquestioning love and respect, for it is they who make us Athean.
They used to rule Athia, and people used to like them.
Yes, although you'd never guess that now.
Okay. Without warning, our former protectors became our oppressors. This is the fall of the Tantas. The difference in their conduct was stark and perplexing. They were aggressive, hateful, warped mockeries of their former selves. Tantas Scylla and Prav suddenly trusted no one, going so far as to intentionally harm innocents. Tantas Zinta and Olas vanished entirely, abandoning their subjects to the encroaching corruption. This is the sad state of Athia today, a land governed by no one and ruled by nothing but fear.
Can't say I envy these people. Their rulers did some super fucked up shit.
I doubt many of them would disagree.
Let's see. A study of miracles.
It appears to be an in-depth analysis of what makes the Tantas' magic so powerful.
Spellcrafting challenges. You can find the details of challenges through which phrase spells can be improved in ancient books dotted around Athia. Pick a spell, accept the related challenge, and meet the conditions in order to upgrade that spell. You can check on all the challenges you've undertaken in the magic section of the menu. I can actually upgrade something now. Cool. It's this one. Okay.
I
Weird.
wonder if you might learn something from it. Pick up some tips and tricks for your own magic, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. I could use the help.
No more about the Tantas. Yeah, I'm still doing it. The corruptions creep. As the corruption continues to ravage our lands, robbing us of our food, our homes, and even our lives, we prayed for the Tantas to save us, as they had saved Athea so many times before. And yet, even as we tremble with fear, the cognizance told us what we could not bring ourselves to believe, that the corruption was coming from the very castles of the Tantas themselves, and that our former protectors may be the source of the blight that assails us.
Wait, it was the Tantas who caused the break? What the hell happened to them?
I think more than a few of their former subjects came to wonder the same thing.
Locked labyrinths. Perhaps one of Athea's greatest mysteries is the truth behind the locked labyrinths found across the land. It is not known precisely what magic keeps them sealed. The Tantas may well have locked them themselves, as they are the only ones who have ever been known to enter. They are rumored to be treacherous places guarded by terrifying beasts. As for what these beasts may be trying to protect, legend has it that ancient relics lie within the bowels of each one, alongside writings left by the first Tanta herself.
Messages left by the first ever Tanta. Interesting.
I'd quite like to get my hands on an ancient relic or two, personally.
Wouldn't hurt to learn more about the Tantas either. Guess we could keep an eye out.
Okay.
So, the Tantas had superpowers that they used to keep Athea safe. And the people loved them for it. Worshipped them, even. But then, something changed. Instead of protecting the people, they started making them suffer. And then the break appeared.
An admirably pithy précis.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why would they just go crazy like that?
That's enough for now. Think I'm pretty clued up on the Tanta basics.
Then I suggest we depart.
Okay, hang on just a minute. There's something that I want to try to fix. Kind of better? Sort of? Okay. Let's see. Shouldn't be there. Okay. Right.
It's certainly very different from the lower city up here.
Why though? What's so special about this part of town?
These days, that it offers just that little extra distance from the break. Anything else you need to do before we leave? Hurry up if you're still not done with what you need to do here.
New detours. Nope, I guess we just go. Being a little tired. Can't seem to sleep just right. Wait, where's the bard dude? Bard? That's the guy I was taking on a tour.
Feels a little more.
That's a bard. It was right here.
When food is short and one's days are numbered, every moment is a gift, I suppose.
So they're happy because they can't afford to be sad. That's fucking depressing.
I mean, yeah, it's not great.
Oh, you mean this?
What is that?
It's called a smartphone. How do I put this? It's like a thing that lets you talk to people far away, or turn what you see into pictures.
Whoa! Does that mean it could turn what you see into pictures of outside support?
Yeah, I guess.
I've only seen drawings of the outside in books. Could you bring us pictures?
I don't see why not. Just don't expect too much, okay? I'm not a great photographer.
I don't know what that is, but thank you. I'm so excited.
So now.
So maybe not worth crap.
So now I'm gonna be taking pictures. You might as well, right? Like, look at this fucking place I was at. Photo spots. Take pictures of photo shots marked on the map so you can show them to the children back at Sepal. The more pictures you take, the more photo mode features you'll unlock. That's fucked up, locking that behind that.
Not really a big camera person, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure they'd be delighted with anything you show. It's not like they have much else to look forward to. Perhaps it wouldn't be so bad to stop by on occasion, lend them a little cheer.
You're right. It won't cost me much, and I bet it would mean a lot to them.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just go. An oath of vengeance completed. I guess. I just looked around.
ready then?
Yeah. Time to go kill that bitch.
The locations marked on Odin's map have been added to the world map. Oh my god. Death to Corruption, Praenost. Fort Praenost. Praenost Castle ramparts eliminate the enemy. Praenost Castle. Oh my god. Literally just me. Okay, let's see. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna call it short. I was barely prepared to stream today already as it is, since I fell asleep way earlier than I thought. But I at least got something done. I am probably gonna go pass out. I will try to stream more often. Forget that schedule that I put up on Twitter and everything. I will stream when I can on this game, especially because like a Dragon Ishin is coming out soon next week, and I can get that game if I get this game back to GameFly quickly enough. So I will definitely try to stream this game more, but I'm just going to call it for right now. So thank you very much for watching. For those who did, this will be up on my YouTube channel in a day or two. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching. Peace and love, gamers and players. Colorwind out.